So, this is the absolute truth. It's the reality. People want to japa, meaning they want to move to another country, to a better country for a better life. There's literally a japa pandemic because people have lost faith in the government of their countries and they want to give themselves a chance at a better life. It is what it is. And as Africans, there are four countries we love to japa to, and those are Canada, the UK, the USA, and Australia, in no particular order. We love those four countries. And those who cannot get into those four countries, try a few countries in Europe, like Germany, Portugal, Spain, and all their sister countries. For those who can't make any of these countries, they start looking to other countries, especially if they're like anywhere but here. Like some people would rather live under the rock than live in Nigeria, if you get what I mean. That's a story for another day. Look, I feel you, but look, oh, I want you to japa. I know you want to japa, but with the way Canada, the UK, and Australia are behaving these days, changing immigration policy here and there, and making it a bit tougher to move to these countries, you are thinking of checking out other countries. Good plan. Good plan. But no matter how much you want to japa, there are some countries you must not immigrate to. I would not advise it at all. You are better off in your country than going to those countries. Stop listening to agents that will tell you lies. Nothing dey some of those places. Oh, if you are considering moving abroad, you definitely want to stick around to hear this. I am going to tell you 10 of such countries you must not japa to. And he who has ears, let him hear. Now, truly, immigration can be a life changing decision. Sometimes it's one of the best decisions some people take, but not all countries are equally welcoming, especially for Africans. From discrimination to harsh legal restrictions, we're going to explore the countries you might want to avoid in your quest to Japan. And before you think, who wants to go to such countries? Well, think again. People want to go anywhere. Anywhere. Well, let's get into it. Number one country is Pakistan. Pakistan has culture and history, but Africans often face significant challenges there. Reports of racial discrimination are common, and the job market can be extremely tough due to high employment rates. The societal attitudes towards foreigners, especially Africans, can be quite hostile. African students and workers have shared experiences of being targeted and harassed both in public spaces and online. Moreover, navigating the bureaucracy can be a nightmare with stringent visa requirements and limited support for newcomers. You might want to think twice before moving to Pakistan. Number two country is the United Arab Emirates, the UAE. The UAE might look glamorous with its towering skyscrapers and luxury lifestyle. But for many Africans, it's a different story. Many end up in low paying jobs with harsh working conditions, and there is widespread discrimination. The kafala system ties workers to their employers, often leading to exploitation and abuse. Social mobility is limited, and African expatriates frequently report feeling like second class citizens with restricted access to certain amenities and opportunities that are readily available to others. Moreover, the high cost of living, especially in cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi, can be prohibitive. Please think twice before immigrating to the UAE. Now, before we go on, I want to pause here and let you know that whether you japa or not, You must realize that in today's world, the best way to achieve success quickest is not to work multiple jobs. No, no. There's a smarter way, and that is to leverage technology and start a business without jeopardizing your current situation and set yourself up for early retirement. Take Ifi and Emeka Nwachukwu, for example, who live in Canada with their 4 children. They told me that they are looking for like minded people who have the drive, the aspiration, and a desire to learn so that they can show them how to use digital systems, automation, social media, and technology to run a successful business that is backed by solid products and services. And they provide coaching, support, and ongoing training to build an innovative side hustle business that is truly life changing with thousands of people as evidence. And please note that this is not a get rich quick scheme kind of business. However, no prior business experience is required to join. If you're interested to know more, contact Emeka and Ifi through their websites at www.mekifi.com, or you can contact them on WhatsApp at +1 403 402 6020. I'll leave the number up here. You'll be so glad you did. Now, moving on to country number 3 that you must not move to is Armenia. Armenia is beautiful, but it's not so beautiful when it comes to its treatment of African immigrants. The country is not very diverse, and Africans often face social isolation and racism. The language barrier is significant as few people speak English fluently, making daily interactions and job opportunities even harder to come by. Additionally, the legal system offers little protection against racial discrimination, and incidents of hate crimes often go unreported or unresolved. Country number 4 is Vietnam. Vietnam is known for its vibrant culture and delicious cuisine, but it's also known for its homogeneity. In case you are wondering what that big word means, I will explain. In a homogeneous society, the majority of its members share common cultural, ethnic, and linguistic backgrounds, leading to a strong sense of unity and shared identity. Because of this, Africans can struggle with cultural acceptance and face significant barriers in the job market. Many African immigrants report feeling unwelcome, encountering both obvious and subtle forms of racism. The legal framework does not provide robust protection for foreign workers, and labor rights are often not enforced. On top of that, the healthcare and education systems can be difficult to navigate without substantial local support. Again, think twice before immigrating to Vietnam. Now, you might be thinking, who wants to immigrate to those countries? Huh. You are joking. Many people are just so desperate that they are not thinking straight. They will go anywhere. Desperation can do that to people. And if you have any personal experience with any of these countries, please, please leave them in the comments. You may have immigrated there and you are loving it. Let us know in the comments as well. So let's move to country number 5, which is Kuwait. Kuwait offers economic opportunities, but these often come at a very high price. African immigrants, particularly those in low wage jobs, often face poor working conditions and limited rights. The kafala system is prevalent here as well, leading to situations where workers can be exploited and have little recourse. Socially, African expatriates often feel segregated and face significant cultural and racial discrimination. The country's tough visa policies also make it difficult for immigrants to bring their families or settle long term. Now, there's South Korea, which is number 6 on our list. South Korea is technologically advanced and culturally rich, but it can be quite challenging for Africans. Language barriers and racial prejudices are significant issues, and integrating into society can be very difficult. Africans often find it hard to secure well paying jobs, and there is a prevalent societal bias against people of African descent. Moreover, the education system and social services are not particularly accommodating to foreigners, which can make daily life stressful and isolating. Number seven is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has a large expatriate community, but it's not always a welcoming place for Africans. Reports of abuse and mistreatment of African workers are sadly common. It is a difficult place for anyone not deeply familiar with the culture and legal system. Furthermore, social integration is minimal, and African immigrants often find themselves living in segregated communities with limited access and limited rights. Fun as it might sound, think twice before immigrating there. Now, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. If you're finding this video helpful and you want to watch more videos like this one. And of course, share your experiences or the experiences of anyone you know right in the comment section below. Number 8 is Qatar. Lovely country. Qatar, with its flashy lifestyle, hides a darker side for many African immigrants. The kafala system binds workers to their employers, leading to exploitation and restricted freedoms. Reports of poor working conditions, particularly for those in construction and domestic work, are widespread. Additionally, the high cost of living and lack of affordable housing can make it difficult for African immigrants to maintain a decent standard of living. Socially, there's a significant divide, and racism is an ongoing issue. Then there's Russia at number 9. Russia is vast and culturally rich, but racism and xenophobia can make life extremely difficult for African immigrants. There's a history of violence and discrimination that can't be ignored. African students and workers often report being targeted by nationalist groups and facing harassment from law enforcement. Again, the language barrier is another significant challenge as few Russians speak English fluently. Additionally, the legal protections against discrimination are weak, making it hard for victims to seek justice. I have heard of people moving to Libya, which is a country in turmoil. So I am surprised people are still immigrating there. The political instability, combined with reports of slave markets targeting African migrants, makes it one of the worst places to consider for immigration. The lack of a functioning government means that law enforcement and social services are virtually non existent, leaving immigrants vulnerable to human trafficking, violence, and exploitation. The economic situation is very bad, and the healthcare and education systems are in shambles. Please, though, stop listening to agents who might paint these countries in a beautiful light. Sometimes remaining in your country is best for your mental health. It's true that every country has its own set of challenges and opportunities, but you see these 10 places, they can be particularly tough for Africans looking to start a new life. It's always important to do thorough research and consider these factors before making such a big decision. Get knowledge. Use that phone in your hand to do research. Don't make a decision that will set you back and that you will regret for many years to come. Okay? And if you love to move to Canada, which is a country I will definitely recommend for you, you might want to learn about the best 3 routes to move to Canada. Make sure you watch this video in full and take action on the steps that will enable you to actualize your japa dreams. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. And please share this video with your friends. I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.